Welcome back, everyone. I think it's time to head after some Secret Seashells if you want to get the ultimate sword. If you don't, you can always come back to this episode a bit later on. Our first destination will be up in the Telltale Mountains, so Telltale Heights, actually Dampé's shack is usually the fastest place to get there. As always, navigate your way past the enemies. And head on into the mountains. It's a little arduous, I'll admit. We'll also take a bit of time to go fishing too, because you will need a certain secret seashell if you really want to push to get 40. Same method of navigating the cave as always. Still can't get over there, it is just too far for us to jump. But coming up here with the flippers does yield a few results. The water here hides a few secrets because if we dive, just at the base of that waterfall there, we get a secret seashell. We can also head over here to take on a little puzzle. Please note that this is meant to be the way to the 7th dungeon. But pity I didn't blow up the fish. But we can still do a couple of things along the way, which will prove handy. Head up the stairs and go outside. Don't worry about these chests just yet. Push that one across and that one down. It's much easier if you do it when you come in from the exterior. Deal with the Tektite and... oh. That's right, it's not my shovel. It is instead in the chest. That should be 35. No, 36. Doing a little better than I thought. Yeah, because we got that other one. So, push this across. Get a dud chest. 4 of them will be duds. The last one you open has the prize. Okay. Push that up, that across, get our last dud. Move around, and solving this little puzzle is worth 100 rupees. So we have every right to be happy. Make our way back out where we came in. Don't head further to the east. Instead, head up here. This is taking us further into the Telltale Mountains, and it leads towards the very last dungeon if you head west, but we need a certain item. Also, remember this cave. It's very important for later on. Being the genius that I am, I completely forgot about it. And you might have noticed that our secret seashell sensor went off. And there is a hole. Can we swish? Oh, in off the rim. And there we go. Secret Seashell 37. Take care of the Tektite and head along this path. That one hides an enemy. Take it out. And another secret seashell is ours. 38. And that rupee is in an awkward spot, but we can get it just by swinging our sword. So there's nothing here but a good look at the location of the 7th dungeon. Now keep in mind, you can't just drop down to the platform below. If you fall through this, I'll demonstrate. So yeah. And you can actually throw rocks into the background as well. Now, I mentioned the hook shot earlier on. You'll need that to cross it. It's one of the series' most iconic items. Anyway, we've wrapped up everything we can do in the Telltale Mountains. At least for now, anyway. So, our next destination should probably be back in Animal Village. And here we are. Return to Christine after you have handed over Mr. Wright's letter. And somehow Grandma Yahoo has made her way here. Talk to her? You've got the letter to my dearest Mr. White? Bravo! I'm not kidding when I say this means a lot to me. I want you to have this seashell as thanks. After a couple of terrible goat puns, we get a secret seashell. Once again, not doing too badly. We don't have too many more we can get. In fact, we probably do need to go fishing. Most of what we need to get in terms of Secret Seashells requires the hook shot. Now, it's worth noting that you can actually go and talk to Dampé at this point. At any time you can do his first challenges. You will get a Secret Seashell and a heart piece for doing those, but I'm saving them for a bonus episode. So let's go fishing and see if we can catch ourselves a cheap. Of course, it all depends on whether the cheap is there or not. In addition, cheaps behave fairly differently. There it is, a big cheap. I've never managed to reel one in, which is particularly annoying. Alright, come on, fish. Yeah, fishy. Come on, cheap. After a while, they will actually start jumping out of the water like that. Right. Got him! Actually got a big one. There we go. That's a fairly large cheap. And they do get you a fair bit of money. And there's our secret seashell. So we will wrap up fishing because we've caught everything we can for now. Now, it's worth noting that if you have the level 2 sword, you can start tearing things apart pretty easily. I'm going to get it just to demonstrate what we can do. I mean, I've been pushing you to try and get this. If you are beginning at this, it will make life a bit easier, especially since if you're at full health, it will fire sword beams. You can also fire them while jumping. So, here we go. Raise your sword overhead. I shall grant you new power. And there we go, we have a neat new sword. The joke about putting your name on it right away also appeared in the original versions. That wraps things up for seeking Secret Seashells for some time. And there we are, dispatch enemies with a quick swing and a sword beam. Don't miss. We're doing double damage, and if you attack from far away enough, even zeros won't dodge. They'll still keep flying around and away from you, but as you can see there, they'll take a hit. It will take a little bit more for buzz blobs to go down for some reason. Anyway, I'm taking you in here because, as you will see, there's another heart piece with some fish cruising around. Ow! Curse you! Come back here! Up. Wow. I think I'm going to cut my losses. Quit while I'm behind. From here, we probably should just splash down into the waters of Martha's Bay. Cruise along, and you might remember that somewhere along the way, I showed you that there's a bridge to swim under. It's up there. Swim around here. There is an abundance of Zoras. Under we go. It's the fisherman, and can we actually jump out of the water? There we go. Oh, what is that you have in your hand? It's not a fishing hook, is it? You'd better let me have it. I'll give you my next catch if you let me have it. Keep your eyes open and watch a pro at work. This was where the bikini top was fished up. My, that's a big one! Admittedly, we're very lucky that we got a necklace out of it. But he's pretty mellow. Can't wait to see what I'll catch next. Out we go! And as we maneuver our way around the enemies, it's time to head back up to the mermaid. Because that is indeed her necklace. That's it! That's my necklace! Give it back! I'll give you a scale as I said. What are you doing down there, buddy? Promise you'll only take one. So, we can't do anything more in the trading sequence, but this is the very last one. We need to put this into the mermaid statue, which we can't do just yet. We've collected as many things as we can. We have 22 heart pieces, which I think is keeping us pretty much on track. And to wrap things up, let's dive down here. A secret passage underwater. Swim along. And up we go. And here we are, right at the entrance to Catfish's Moor, a very good place to wrap things up. Next time, we're heading straight on in. Thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you next time on our adventure through Koholint Island.